What's going on, guys? It is your boy Jay of Jay's World, and you are watching a new episode of This Week in Comics. So, this one is going to be a special one, and I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite all time comics by Todd McFarlane, Spawn. I picked up this issue, Spawn 331, earlier today from Midtown Comics, and I gotta say I was not expecting this story. It got me so hyped and so involved in the story that you gotta understand I'm a long time Spawn fan. So that being said, I'm gonna have some spoilers. We'll get real deep into the story. So if you guys have not read it or you don't want to hear the spoilers, I suggest you turn away because I'm gonna get into this real deep. That being said, we're gonna get into it. So this issue starts and it gives you an origin of Cog. So everybody know Cog was Spawn's mentor when the series first started. He was the one that guided him, basically taught him how to use his powers and everything. So as this issue starts, Cog says, "I killed my brother. It was an accident. My name is Cog. I used to go by Cain," referencing Cain and Abel. So he is originally Cain from Cain and Abel. So Todd McFarlane is a genius with this because he's an atheist, but he is on his biblical shit on point. I gotta give him that. He always has angels and demons, heaven and hell stuff in there, so he knows his shit. I give it to him. So getting back, he goes. He says that he killed his brother was an accident. So he winds up getting banished to hell, where he has to fiend for himself. Winds up meeting Malboja, which he becomes a servant under, serves under Malboja. So a general comes to Cogs and says, Malboja needs your services. He says, "Am I not already serving him?" He said he needs your help making a weapon. So winds up meeting the Violator, and the Violator was already tasked in creating Hellspawn, but always failed. He had one success, which is a Hellspawn went rogue that is going around causing ruckus. If you're reading the story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So Cog meets Violator. They already hate each other. They don't get along. And Violator tells Cog, I run this. You better abide by what I say. So they decide to coexist, and with them combined, they create the perfect example for the very first Hellspawn. So Violator, being as shady as he is, wanted to take all the credit and said he made it, gave it to Malboja. Malboja deemed Cog the very first Hellspawn. Seeing this, Violator is upset and tells Malboja, why am I not the very first Hellspawn? So Malboja basically puts Violator in his place, having being the first Hellspawn. Cog starts forming his own little secret group, which he wants to overthrow Malboja, which he didn't know that there was a traitor in the midst, and told his plans to Malboja. So it was the second time he got exiled. They have him up on a cross like Jesus, and Malboja is going to kill him. Violator gets in Malboja's ear, says we should give him a fate worse than death, put him on Earth, and give him more immortality. So Malboja actually listens to him and sends him to Earth, with Cog having a power meter, a timer, which is very low. So Cog wants to at least save that meter or meet somebody where he can recharge that meter. Violator comes every thousands of years to gloat. They eventually forget about him. In that time frame, before he was sent to Earth, he was trying to create other spawns. They created multiple spawns, Gunslinger, so on and so forth. But not till he got to Earth, and many years later, he was able to help Al Simmons Hellspawn. Now, as the story goes, issue 100, Spawn killed Malboja, leaving the throne of hell open. So, with the throne of hell now being open, Cog betrays Spawn and becomes ruler of that circle of hell for a period of time. And he wants to basically come back to Earth, but he can't because the portals between heaven and hell are sealed by Spawn. So now he's trying to get Spawn to open the gates, because everybody that is an angel or a demon are trapped on Earth, and nobody can get in and nobody can get out. Now, if you see Cog, you will not recognize him. He's a younger, beefed up person. He looks like a jacked up, I'm going to say Magneto. Jacked up Magneto, Lex Luthor cross. So, I'm excited to see where this story is going, where it unfolds, and it is a crazy crazy outcome, to see how this has been started, because I've been following from mostly the very beginning. I got in and out of the comic books for a while, so it is very good. I hope you guys pick this book up, and if you have, or are you going to, let me know what you think of the storyline. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But as always, I'm Jay of Jay's World. Please check out my social media, Jay's World 430 on IG, TikTok, Twitter, as well as Twitch. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a good night. I will see you soon. Later.